We good? All right, now we're good. That was weird. I don't know what the headphones were doing there for a second. But we're good now. Let's finish this shit up. Oh, that's right. It's just not in the webcam. That's interesting. Can't see my microphone. There it is. You just see it. I'll just keep it right there off screen. Haha! Because you can still hear me. Weird. Well, there, now you can't see it. Oh, I guess it's all lining up. There it is. Alright. What are we doing? We're investigating some shit. No, that's right. We had to come back here. This stupid bitch doesn't know how to fucking do her job. Well, not even her job anymore. Right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough to see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Even if the place I witnessed the event was different, I still saw what I saw. See, prosecutor Skies have a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Shut up. I'm sure you saw something else. But you're not a detective anymore. Yes, a time ago, well, 2 years ago, no matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. They confessed, yeah, I guess Phoenix didn't. They babbled like babies, you know. May seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspects after suspects. And before long, they called me. Yeah. Here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches, and you were let go or fired. Felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if these prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. So there's that case, the SL9 incident. Ooh. What do you think about this SL9 incident? Turn on that knife and on that note. Yes. Okay. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. So, yesterday? I think? No, 2 days ago. As I suspected, S9 isn't overnight yet. This is all very familiar. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Same thing. But I can't ask her about it for some reason. I had one of those up until 2 years ago, back when you were caught with Queen, right? Yeah, fun. One strong woman. Yep. Alright, let's see. My bottle was found in Edward's car trunk, and the lock on the trunk was broken too. So what model car is it? I think it was called a sedan or a coupe, something like that. Those are car types, not models. I was about to say, is like, Wright, what are you doing? You're you, Mr. Wright, you're supposed to know these things. That's sexist. That's how I get my driver's lessons. This is a coupe. This rope is it. Yep. Yeah, on it. Body. Could have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. Oh, I've had. Oh, she tried to climb the fence. I shouldn't have skipped all that. I was expecting it to be stuff we already read. Right. Real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I wonder who's here. That's a lot of alcohol. According to this place, it's very aesthetic. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. Scene of the crime. So that means he would have had to have passed through here already. We've been to the evidence room a long time ago. It just seems that way. Oh, hold on. So those cacti, they're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. You can't handle the cacti. Stay out of the desert. All I want to know is if this is a guard station. Where's the guard? I know who he is already. Yep. Oh man. Poor Ema. You'll feed for the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. But we could use this computer to check out who went in and out here. Oh, well, alright. Oh, it's all. Oh, this is all one thing. Let me just. Hang here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, a leather. What was that called again? A poochie? A paunchy? A pinchy? Poochie. Oh, then it's a poncho. I'll keep that information for myself for the time being. Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. With a lasso mist. You sure have an active imagination. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Huh. This swing door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went into there, the cactus would fall over. I'd say it'd be more of a yar myself. What? deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murderer of a detective down at the police department. Yes, the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene. Dead set on investigating. Don't mess up or we could wind up dead. I don't know what's more mysterious or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Yo, could I talk to you? The dancing blue badger, TM, is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting edge stuff, very now. I showed this dolly to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't start the moving mockets outside then. You'll give her nightmares. Well, alright then. Naughty. Maybe. Where's your head? Oh, start. No, I didn't want to fucking go here. I wanted to go here. Looks like besides in questioning, I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How do you kill two places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? What did it say? Didn't Mr. Grant say they'd arrest a suspect in the police department murder? Let's go back later. Oh shit, hang on, I have an idea. I got a big old idea. Wow, we got a reaction. This is clearly blood around the spines here. This was pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right on these spins. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. I think I have an idea who might be able to get us in here. Hang on. Oh, that's what he's doing. Let's come back. Or will we? I was hoping Edward would be here. Well, shit. Alright. Oh, I don't want to keep. Damn it! Shut up. sad music for like half a second. Fuck me. Who can fucking talk to is goddamn what's her face? I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to get in there. Oh, Edgeworth. All pissy. Fuck, oh, I'm so tired. I don't know who the fuck I need to talk to. All criminals are freaks, is what Emma is saying. Fuck. Stop. Stop yawning. Going down the line, see if she reacts to anything. There you go. There you go. Fuck. Oh shit! Look at that. Police had the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. And the problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. The criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort, made up evidence. Oh shit. You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. You were one of those. And Marshall was demoted. Myself and one other person you know well. Exactly. Jake Marshall. Oops. I mean, police department security detail officer Jake Marshall. A professional detective. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over. He was demoted. However, he hadn't forgotten. Neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side of that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? There's only one reason I come sell the lunches. It's such an accursed office. I'm gonna meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. So when all the detectives on this line disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yeah. Ooh, then should you take this? Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Is it Officer Marshall? I'm sorry. Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his? You going out? Oh, you wanna know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be Officer Marshall's detective, but now, I'm so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Jake Marshall. Alright, we're getting somewhere. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please, huh? Wasn't that one steak lunch, please? Oh, shoot. Don't you? Now's the time to chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. Well, really needs the steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. Criminal? You mean you heard about the stabbing in the police department? Evidence from Wright, pal? Yeah. Biggest scandal that to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. This is about all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking is going to fill my belly. Don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. This should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. Yeah, off to the evidence room, well. I can't even go there yet. I gotta go to the criminal. I gotta go to the red section. Just walk in. Toast is that. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I gotta go. Okay. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Is it Marshall? Best not to go too far down this. Oh, for that, sir. That's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator against her. Aww. I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anyone on the premises? Meekins? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't. Is it? You? Officer Meekins? You didn't, did you? Secretary Officer Meekins reporting, sir. Meekins. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir, how can you find officers? I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room. Sir? Now, security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. Suspicious person? What the heck is this guy doing? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. So you fell into the cactus. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me. So I did what I could to wrap it up. A bandage. Just like Mr. Sky. No sooner between this case and one of the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Like, don't mean to pry, but are you the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir? Please don't look at me with those sad, dull eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and, well, at that. Well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he's leans heavily on the total stranger side, so you didn't know him. I work in a tiny department devoid of light and other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. I had no intention of killing him, nor do I have any recollection of killing him. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, I don't think you should just confess. Wow, Emma really wants this guy to fucking die. But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do. Sir, to tell you the truth, what happened when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered. Oh, shit. The next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Next thing you knew, you were, huh? Oh, shit. Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room. They're all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? No. The victim's body disappeared. That's some story. Alright. I'm gonna go to the evidence room now. Damn it. Damn it. Never mind, I'm not done with your ass. Whew. me. This is for you. I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay. I just wanted you to go look at it. That's it. Last night. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled. Second thought, you don't have to look at a knife. He's overreacting to the knife. I guess he's been through a lot. What do you think of this? Sorry, sir. Really, I don't know what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Should ask him the butt. Do you think you take a look at this? Hey, that's it, that's it, that's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment, but sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir, that's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this one a little deeper. Is that you do remember? Well, so you might say I'm a little lost, a little trouble, a little slang, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What do you do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leaped at him. Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words. That's fucked up, but also true. Well, my eyes, sir, everything went right. I woke up, I was here. Right. So, Officer Officer Meesinks, look at me. Why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't notice Goodman, and the victim, who he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really a victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines, huh? You still up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day and at that time. That Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. You don't remember the bit clear? Oh, with the videotape is quite clear. Videotape? The security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there. It's me. It's on tape. You waited till now to tell us this. I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. I'm my own. Alright. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of the detective's desk. Police Chief Grant. And you sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing, sir. I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see, well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Don't. Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief Detectives looks a little flustered. Right on, my boy. How have you been? Swim much? Report for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him? Felt like the right thing to do. Your music's a little intimidating, yes. Oh, well, not anymore. Is everything gonna be okay? Oh, worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with them. Sounds like an inquisition. Like the Spanish Inquisition? Yep, well, they've had no trouble with the boys since last year. Since in Atwood Lake. It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Right? Von Karma. The legend he was undefeated in his 40-year career, but in court you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too. I mean, they're being the prosecutor, they say. Scientifically speaking, it's possible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in two locations at the same time. That's what it says. The evidence exists. Now, I can't give away all our secrets like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. Alright. Oh, there's not too much anyways. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand it. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief detective's trap shut. Even when you were picking earlier? Huh? You saw that? Guess I gotta kill you. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief detectives to do. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. You're not going to give me a still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. You catch something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. There's a lost item report, but it only had complete. A lost item? Want to lose something? Date on its February 21st. 2. That's what he says if it's just something completely unrelated. I didn't even come here. Alright, so we're not done with the chief. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Wright would ask me for help. I was wondering if I could get into the evidence room. After his longest pause. Now, Wright. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Hey, if anyone asks, sir, can I borrow 50? I'd give him 50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. As a show, you can never know until you ask. It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, Your Honor. It's an honor. I'm stupid. You just run along and do your best. Now, later, folks. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think. A real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into everything, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. just walk in. It won't open. Aha. The card reader's turned off. What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partner. Well, what made my business get so great? Officer Marshall. What's that to be him? Who else would it be? What does that to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw. That card you got there on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what are you saying there? Get along. The dogs, the crime scene's awaiting. So the card reader's on again. Over here, I was wondering if you could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. But what if I give you food? Reminds me of Texas. You're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? The star? What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask much gain much snack. Fine, it seems like he's willing to talk. Sheriff's back in the law didn't place much faith in evidence. Well, the only thing they trust was their shooting hand. This is neither wild nor west here. Ha, but that and this are two different things entirely. I guess so. I'm lost. Alright, well, you just wait right there. I'll be back with whatever the fuck I find in here. Because clearly that's not working. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It's really kind of like a graveyard. So it's more like a morgue. Time's right. You can't scare me. She just slapped the shit at him. So is it true what I heard? Please do it. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me? Oh, so that's what you know about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. So for today, boss for a day. But guess what? You offered for the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Thanks. First of all, you want to have this evidence room, floor plans, scene of the stabbing. Alright. Stop laughing. Oh damn. What is a salon paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio. I don't know if that should be allowed. Here, in the evidence room? Someone left the glove here. Only one? Is it the gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. If that isn't from the case, you know? I mean, SL9. Let's have a dang on it. What's this? Blood. It's a little warm, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other blood stains? We should use the thangy. Yeah. Oh shit. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. Oh, it's yours. Please, you have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me. Once you pass, this is an important clue. Jot down on the floor plan. Alright. But you're a detective. That's a lot of blood. Massive pool of blood. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman is actually an alien. But we had it in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it in the floor plan. Hey, you didn't want my opinion. You shouldn't have asked. Look, this is open. The red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker's coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it's been hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the content elsewhere. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? Just a 9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces? Another piece of SL9. Take a closer look. Try to put it back together. Ha! I spent 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I was always carrying around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try to put the rest in place. Mini game. Oh shit. Oh, well, I think we did, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too. In 2 minutes I still have the problem is finishing it. Alright, well, you should have said some shit earlier. I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. understand how it got broken. It's some sort of bulky equipment getting dust. What a sorry looking fishing pole. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did around to using it. Don't worry, I did. Wait, I've seen this somewhere before. Oh, that's metal. That's that metal detector, the one that lets us all in the case for the lake. Right. Wow. Feels like it was ages ago. And I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. This is a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Are people breathing my mom? What? There's something sticking out of here. It looks like a shirt. I guess it was a edge from a case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, Bumble. Get some kind of slub. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. Damn it! I accidentally hit it. I bet the evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guards checked on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? I like to go through these evidence and hang out a lot. I bet he doesn't tuck it in his shirt under the trick coat either. If you want to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front, pal. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. It looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. That's one of the human profiles for range testing. You mean target practice. There you go. Shot square in the face. Better him than us, right? Oh, you so funny. Place of stuff dreams. I'm not sure about the dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high tech around here. Oh fuck yourself. You ain't getting shit. Alright. So did it go to you, boss for the day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker. Pal, you have evidence? You have a locker in here, too? Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open. Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth no matter what happens. So Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now. They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah. That case. The SL9. Of course, that was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. I thought it was DL6. Pretty sure that was the beginning of the end. Since he didn't even fucking started being a detective yet. Pretty sure that's the beginning. Maybe we get him to tell us more about the case. Evidence locker. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every lock is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Your ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Well, I'm on the third card since entering the force already. That sounds a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Where my fucking hand? I need better lighting. Or maybe better green screen. a lot of shadows on it. That's probably why it does it. Right hand. Oh! Human fingerprint. Exactly how they lock for each locker is coded with fingerprint. Who'd that be? So only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are really small. There's a trick to the handles, see? Handles? On the other side of the handle is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get shocked. That's what happened. Black is looking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to Marshall now. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the editor, right? You got good eyes, Brandy. It's an easy job and I'm grateful for it. Well, actually, Officer Meekins at the detention told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting the name wrong, calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. I feel like I belong in the West, out in the prairie. So what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Getting hammered. Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed. Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled super machines are do a bang-up job keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machine much. Kind of like that sweated broccoli that's snaking next to your steak, you know? That's sneaking. I fucking can't read. That's sneaking. I said snake. I was like, snake in? What the fuck's this guy talking about? I immediately probably assumed snake because he's from the West. He's a loser. Yeah, fuck steamed broccoli. Broccoli's gross, especially steamed. Normal broccoli's not that bad. Sister told us something. She said that you were detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. Chow. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole and a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with the Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. Right. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. Days ago? Do they have our case? That's right. The evidence transfer. Oh! Damn! I'm talking about the transfer too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, machines, well, I like them about as much as I could do cauliflower with a steak. The easiest ones to understand are these here scared cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased for a few hours. Officer Meekins have been gooping on the ones on those tapes. I reckon they might be. He's a security guard, you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader above the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Can I have that? So this is the ID record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. That's right, I saw a number on the record just now. Maybe there's some way I can prove the record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain the whole transferal thing as well? This case is so fucking long. We keep only evidence from the solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the preceding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence in 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's office department. That's what we call a transferal. We do it every February. I see now. It was like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. That happened at some 9 days ago. Alright, here. What if I show you? The sheriff back of the wall. Shut up! Some evidence I'm missing, because I clearly need to give him some shit. I need to give him something in here. I can try to cross up to 9. Ooh, 5, 9. This is literally the fucking... Yo, power of greed. Thanks for the host, my dude. This is literally the item related to your stabbing. Here, look at this. Look at all this blood that was in this room. I hate you. I hate you so much. There's literally blood. What if I do this with him in the room? Welcome to the stream, Power of Greed, and thanks for the host. I'm gonna spray the shit out of this. Oh, sorry, spray. Can I just, use this? 8 cameras in the evidence room and all, 1 for each section. This monitor shows the section where the crime took place. Why do cattle sit before the rain comes? It's not for man to know. I should have security guard responsible. You stupid. Hey, look, there's starting up, but looks like dark red stains here. Like blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence of this on 9 incident. might be able to let go on it. This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, let's press a bottomless jar. At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Interesting. Very interesting. What the fuck? Weird. I guess this is a piece of evidence. I don't care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Ag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What are you playing a word game now? Psycho? Let's go look in here one more time. You can't unlock your free, doesn't matter. You can open it, then they'll give you 50 cents. The police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Goon was sat here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Can you stop fucking laughing? Two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? I wonder if it broke. I'll make sure to remember the next time I make a jar. I mean, yeah. I think I already got the two things that are. I'ma spray you with blood juice. Oh shit on a stick. What am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot. If you fled out the door, there's just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. It's crazy that the police department doesn't own any. What's this? It's called luminol testing. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I like it some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where'd you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the plan. Whose locker is this? It's not anything. I don't know why I picked on this again.
left hand was cut. Meekin's left hand's cut. Lana's right hand is cut. Let's go talk to Meekin, see if we can get anything out of him. You're useless. At least right now. Fuck. Damn it. Useless. God dang dong useless. I have to give you something. I'm just gonna go down the line till something fucking works. I am very confused. I am Confucian. Don't make me stab you with this. What do you think of this guy? Alright, fuck it. Wait. There it is. See this is the victim's ID card. The one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on this is so Marshall, show us that ID card record again. There we go. I figured it out. Oh shit. There it is. Right there. It was used at 5:15, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what else does Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So yes, Goodman shows his card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me. It was very scary. If he had his ID card, then why would he have to point a knife at Meekin's? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record thingy. ID card record thingy. I got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Yo, dog. What you think about this? I am full on evidence. Hey, look at this. This is the ID card record just happened. Ah, I heard the rumors. My back is itching. Look at me. Oh my god. It's so bad. Hang on. Weird. For now. It's probably the best in-app activator. It never hurts to just have one lying around. You know, think of the future. I heard the rumor, so it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa. What is it? The second number. It's not your ID, is it, Mr. Edgeworth? What? The second number on this list belongs to Edgeworth. What? Oh, shit. Oh, okay, so I got the names. That's good to know. Alright, thanks. So now let's go talk to Meekins. God damn, I went backwards. I guess you don't have one. Never mind. Ezra, you home? Who else would have a card? Literally, alright. I wonder what this one is. This one here, because they also got it done up there as well. They came in twice. And then the 777 one. Who dat? Oh, I'm dumb. I always forget to do this. Oh, nope, never mind. Maybe that's all we can get out of it is Edgeworth. I would think I would then need to be like, oh, well, let's go find Edgeworth. Oh, fucking meeting. New tactic. Let's go interview the only other person we can with our new clues. Alright, show her this one. I'm dumb.
Really, this is your big ass case and you don't know anything about it? What is? There has to be someone I'm missing. What? I guess just talking in general. I was like, there's no way that this is the... Maybe Gumshoe? So is it just Edward? Oh, these two are the same piece of evidence. This is your little boy. Art. Art. Where's the art? I don't see it. But there was a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. So they took Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Well, they said it was shameful or something like that. Damn, that's fucked up. so confused. Alright, we're just gonna go down the road with this guy. I really have no idea what to do. All the rest of these. Who in the shit? So bad at this game.
Ron doesn't have spiky hair, and those aren't 4 nights. What the fuck? I didn't even know you could do that. Wow, he's younger than me. They're so young. I'm fucking 23 and I've done shit with my life. He's a goddamn world-renowned prosecutor. Dude, what if there was blood in here? That'd be crazy. I feel like I'm missing something very simple, but I don't know what. When the fuck did he get new dialogue? Alright. Oh shit, I didn't do that. The serial killing. Oh shit! Field made a mistake. It was to put his case around the to nab. And this was 2 years ago? That was at right into the spotlight, put him on the map, and started the rumor mill. Which, after evidence, was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL Upside Down 9. I mean 6. Fuck, I messed up my stupid joke of a recovery. I don't deserve to speak ever again. So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Question mark? Hey pal, look at the time. There's something you need to be going to? Just that Mr. Edwards' committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. The fuck is that? It might help, you know? Report. I mean, note written. The note written on the back of the flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edwards we're talking about. I'm sure you'd use a report like this. I believe him. These enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe. I'm off, pal. Later. My client is not a feces, therefore he cannot be a piece of shit. Your argument is invalid. Shit, what did I just say? I was being stupid. I didn't read it. Can I take this? Yes, he'll be back at the prosecuting office. Oh, Edgeworth, there you go. Why? Why are you here? Who are you? What? It's you. Have we met somewhere? Shut up. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh, hey, it's Edgeworth. Right? He has a hotel. Bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, what the fuck just happened to my voice? Anyways, by the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real photo is on the other side of Edgeworth. Poor Edgeworth, I think this whole thing's really taking a toll on him. I kind of care? Edgeworth, look at this shit, dude. Tell me, Jay, why the fuck did you go in this room? Look at this paper. Alright, I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why? I'm sorry. Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. Oh shit, it's a setup. We about to tear this whole goddamn police station down. We going for the top. This fucker did it. Bet money. Bet 100 bits next week. You wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. You told me you wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be in the evidence. It was already, if the evidence was... The chief has never wanted to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make note of it. Screwdriver. Quest. So as always, I told you this had nothing to do with the current case. That's right, so no. Alright, let's ask some questions first. The inquiry can we go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communication error during the investigation. Concealing evidence. Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. His face looks so weird in that image. Again? I've heard him say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you going for the
trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. Police department? Yes, any further investigations for this case will be directed by the chief of police. I don't trust him. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow. I've never seen him this out of sorts. You want to tell me about this? Right. Alright, fine. Fuck off. One last thing. Alright. I'm gonna head back to the... She's gone. Oh shit. Let's talk about his father's murder. I thought he was gonna say the same bullshit. Okay, but why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already. It has to do with the case you were on. SL09 and some dark suspicions you were wrapped up in. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Yeah, sorry about that. But, police? This was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Dot. That wacky Coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too. He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? It's like you're human. What I want to know is why is a deputy chief of police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more. Jesus Christ. I went to speak and immediately coughed. That was not good. I'm losing it. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. But you didn't. Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yeah, of course. But just today, Mr. Wright and I using this luminol testing fluid? Well then, you might have use for this. Nice. been chemically treated for better adhesion. Me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know? I know saying today's investigation, do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really no need to thank me. Here, take your powder in these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks? How about giving these detectives one too? Well, let's get going. One last investigation, right? Oh shit, Edgeworth? I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Alright. Edgeworth just fucking blew this case wide open. Maybe. Alright. So how does this work, Emma? Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Multiple handprints. Here, it is blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. Now let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell. Procrastinate, choose a finger, goddammit. Does the thumb count? Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. I'm trying to get that sparkle in her eye. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With the X button. See? Ah. So that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With the triangle button, you silly bitch. Exciting, I know. I bet you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See? Wow. That looks like fun. See? It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. Unless you inhale it like an idiot. You just put powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprints. Mr. Edgeworth, I am Phoenix Wright. What the fuck? Aha, you did it. You found one, but this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. I think it means the motherfucker was wearing gloves. The person who left his handprint wore gloves. Don't tell me you've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes in scientific investigation. But it does seem a shame. Alright, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. What the fuck? That wasn't there before. Lay it on thick. Lay it on thick. Print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Yeah. I guess so. I guess. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Bitch. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints, huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? Make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprint are in the different places. That means that the print probably don't have anything to do with our case. Those whose fingerprints would we most likely find on the evidence locker. I like how her fingerprint's in there. No match. Come on. How am I supposed to guess? Calm down. I'm testing your shit out. Oh, it's gonna be the exact same angle and everything. I was like, oh, so if it's a different angle, I'll be like, oh shit. Gumshoe. Something wrong with Wright? You gave me this, so what? Look, I guess it's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Alright, I get it. Jesus. I have to warn you about something first. What? There are areas with blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means, and your print in that area have been wiped away too. Oh, right. I mean, the prints, would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, you must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Lay it on thick. There you go. Okay. Close enough. What the fuck is Mr. Marshall doing in this bitch? This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe print. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. Well, Marshall, it looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence? I don't believe it. He's the murderer. That's a cool trait. I hope this shit comes back up in the second game, so you can do stuff like this more often. Bum, 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 bum. Cause that would be cool. Scoot myself down just a smidge to help block some of that stiff. I don't remember if I already saved or not. What the fuck? When did that happen? Why didn't the alert go off? Oh, that's, why is that 5 days ago? When did that happen? It's not even on the thingy. That's weird. Stream mods, why are you being weird? Hang on, let me try so the properties fresh. Yeah, see now there it is. Weird. It wasn't loading earlier, and I just refreshed it, and I saw we had a follow from Rare Phoenix 567. So thanks for the follow. 5 days ago? Why the fuck didn't it show up? Weird. Oh well. That's very weird. Streamlight's just being a piece of shit. Like it likes to do. Alright, here we go. We're about to solve the fuck out of this case. I think prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same goddamn fucking time. That don't make any goddamn dumb sense. A different suspect was arrested. Nice. Fucking, oh god. Arrested at each of the crime scenes. Hey Lana, I forgot about you for a moment. You know, you're like suspect. Lana? Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize to say I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? It says Mr. Wright suspects the police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea of bargaining. Bargaining? Plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean. Alana, don't tell me you. Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence. Officer Jake Michelle. Blood sack fingerprints to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You don't understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall. You guys play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you gotta do. That's right. Just get me the hell out of here. Alright. Alright, let's have this not end up like the first trial. Because that was goddamn mockery. Lost it. Twice. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is... I'm afraid you have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach a police department from the prosecutor's office. If the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time, that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edwards' car. Oh, this is one messed up trial. What I think happened is the man was murdered at the police station. Got murdered at the police station during the prosecution trial or award ceremony. Someone put him in the trunk. He was taken back to the prosecuting office where Lana found him and was like, "Oh, he's got a knife in him. Let me just take this and pull it out so it doesn't bleed to death." And then he was like, "I'm dying." And he died. That's what I think. This is one messed up trial, though. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today, I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Ms. Herdworth, you may call your first witness to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecutor calls the suspect to the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murder? So, Meekins? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh, look at old Meekins. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, That would be murderers, sir. Stop. Guilty. So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, so you've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is I'm what you would call part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults couldn't possibly comprehend. Help me. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir? Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir. As you wish. After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. What the fuck is this game trying to do right now? You can't fault them for lack of enthusiasm. You trying to shit on our generation? I guess you technically be in our generation. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the way to the security screen. And rushed to the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. You did what? So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's a Meekins family motto. That's pretty fucking harsh for that guy. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness? Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Cross-examination. Hold it! Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Thanks, now that's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Blue Badger? Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transfer process. It already looked pretty shit. That was my sole mission for the day. Then how'd you go to be guarding the evidence room? Sounds like a very important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is, I found it. This is the one right here. Can you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh. It shows to be as being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time was when I relocated the Blue Badge to the evidence room, and the second time was when I went to go get him after everything's settled. I see. So it was during the second time when... Yes, sir, that's when I spotted the man on the security screen. Nice. So who's the 7 billion? I don't know, that's right. I was doing what I was trying to do, sir, suddenly I was attacked. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir, a knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detect him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. I fought for my life. Then I did it. What exactly do you mean when you said you did it? I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. Took the knife. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. I seems a bit desperate. The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me right in my face. After that, I passed out until another officer knocked me awake. Finally, you regained consciousness. But sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Right. According to the report for the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head too. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered this. When I came around though, I made sure to finish my mission. Yes sir, the blue badge, sir. I returned to the entrance before things got out of hand. Alrighty. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Meekins? With regards to that, sir? Take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The Chief delivered it? What is that? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage for the security camera in the evidence room. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape and was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real murder? Just what are we getting ourselves into? What is it? Oh my god, this looks fucking freaky. Actual people walking around? Fuck, I need to watch it again. I only noticed the thing at the end. Well, I believe we all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? What the hell was that wiggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. The Blue Badger. Why am I surprised this is going smoothly? Can I just watch that whenever? I can. It doesn't. That's some funny shit that it broke right over his face. It doesn't.
fucking doesn't. So he took off whatever he was wearing. He took it off and put it in that thing, in that locker. No one should be able to open that goddamn locker. It is a good old dang Don Marshall. But how do you get the other locker open? Interesting. His room and some sort of activity did take. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Good. His face certainly can't be clearly seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker. So it must be him. No one else could open the locker thing. Do it. Open it. No one. Unlocked it. No one could do it. Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Those are pretty small lockers. How many cases, or I guess how many few cases do you get to where you can accurately use that locker? And if it's for evidence, it just seems weird. It just doesn't seem like a very good system. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Caputin. Well, very well. The defense may begin its examination. Tony, were you able to get a look at him? At the face of the victim who attacked you with the knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe you are classified as the latter. The latter? But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them. You see? Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. Don't do that. You're definitely about to lose the badge. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw the detective's face. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen, since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares disturbing your Meekins. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain with your testimony. Yes, sir. You claim that the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. True. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. I wonder what kind of methods he tried. The man opened the lock, which only responds to fingerprints. Must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. It is too. Push Detective Goodman's locker. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know. People in the know? The workers in the department cafeteria said they keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the open locker did indeed belong to Goodman. I verified this information through a more reliable source. The victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. So it must be him. No one else could have done it. Unlocked it. However, the most important detail is not shown in the video. The man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir, please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock.
and it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body. My unsettled state could testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. The footage doesn't lie. That is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. There's a problem. Around the video container that. There's one thing. Hang on, I'm gonna before. Let me look at this boy's hands when he comes into frame. I cannot tell if those are gloves or not. I guess not. No, I don't think they're gloves. And then he just vanished. I mean, clearly he's hiding. He was hiding behind that. And then he goes, and then. What the fuck? Oh, it restarted. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting, Your Honor. I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edward? Suppose we have the defense point out to us the alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point out? Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us for the. Alright. I'll now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, pause. Just take a good look and search for a point. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this, huh? Yes, that is strange. So it certainly seems unnatural about that. What did it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? What are you looking for on the... For is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh yeah. Whew. I almost walked right into the defense's trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now, what do I do? What the? can't tell if it's just like. Ah, it's so perfect. I mean, clearly that means he can get into a different locker. Wait. Boom! Caught that shit. Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. Do you mean me, sir? As I understand, the locker's apparatus works like this. Can it stop, please? When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints. If it's a match, the light turns on and the locker is released. According to my very limited experience, this is the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something's seriously wrong with this picture. Means it's already open. When the victim reaches the handle to open the locker, let's rewind a little earlier. Oh shit. Here, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit! Fam? Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. What are you, a fucking chicken? Order with me and this. Order. He's a rooster. He's a rooster boy. It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker was unlocked on the day of the crime. The locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, the sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Well, just goes to show you, just keep their mouth shut. So, Mr. Wright, do you have any explanation, Your Honor? Yes. Why was the locker locked? Yes, well, you see, this is exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor? Like the glove? Maybe the glove? There's something else that seems out of place in the video. Yeah, I thought so too. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Da, da, da. Play. Shit, I missed it. Alright, nope, stop. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Alright. What's this? Something white? What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are open. Other fault. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the locks when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? It inserted? Inserted? This is really weird. Straight up 3D models. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Yo, at least I got a better track record of this one than I do the first case. Oh, I understand that, sir. It's just like a tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. The object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, it would also have to block the electrical current. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene, there just might have been something that fits that description. Oh, can't already tell it's a glove. Very well, we'll eventually into relevant evidence. I found this in their locker, a thin rubber glove. But we can't be sure that was the victim's locker. It was tagged, says SL9 instant. The video seems to be depicting the victim opening the locker, but that isn't the case. The lit lamp attested this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? It would appear so, sir. Order, order, order. So we believe then that the victim whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edwards? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. That is probably not true. Prosecutors should more testimony through this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir. Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. What the fuck did Edward just pull out of his ass? Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Mystery man number 2. Alright, let's try to poke a hole in this mofo. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used... It is Goodman's. An ID card record. I see. I have the ID record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 4514 is that of the victim. Just for the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID card. I mean, I have the victim's ID card. Those bitches can be stolen. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why were there so few using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There were only a few cases up for transfer there, and most were cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now let's move on to cross-examine. Mystery Man 2. Alright. Show me what you got. There's one other thing. So, unlike your earlier testimony, you really need this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give it the V for victory sign, sir. Can you just use his right hand for that? Let's hear him out for it. As we've seen, one never knows what he might say to the very last second. To enter the evidence room, you must use their ID card. Is that card hanging from your neck? One of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cuff, sir. Keep here so I won't ever forget it. But what if someone were to steal from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of the car? Well, the main time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe you should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and prosecutor's office can attest to this. Please proceed with the testimony. When an ID card is used, let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Goodman. According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. Hey, maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, does that mean a murderer? It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. For now, let's continue with the cross-examination. Mr. Edwards, it must be so difficult for him. Yeah. Alright, at the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you? Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked. Everything stinks. What do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edward to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we got. I missed like one piece of text just to make sure. Don't you think it's odd? Knife, maybe you just panicked. Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point them out. Okay. What evidence do I have? Let's see here. At 5:14. I would say it's like, but the card was at the prosecutor's office. Home slice. Wait one moment, Mr. Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. No, you stupid idiot. The other crime scene. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. A very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. A lost item report? It's only half completed, but it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the date of crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something is his ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. That would explain the murder. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The main officer Meekson's encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole that D card. Oh shit. That guy was probably Marshall. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room, Officer Meekson's encounter, was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instance of the murder. That is, well, I guess that's right. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realize exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is fake, which means a murder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime can only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. You fucking asshole. But fair is fair. Fair is fair, Edgeworth. I gave you that. I gave you all that to work with. I'm sorry. How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Objection! One moment, Your Honor. One now, Mr. Wright. Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Shut the fuck up, Edgeworth. Of course not. But I also walked right into the prosecution's trap. Almost. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. However, it can always say that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amount of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police station to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This might be my chance. I'm trying to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Oh. Who do you have in mind? Someone we have reasonably knows the truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. Prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would like to testify, what is his or her name? Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? I can't let us know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. Prosecution agrees to the defense's request. He is responsible for guarding the room. We should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witnesses subpoenaed. I know what that word is. I don't think I've ever seen it spelled out. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. I have a huge ass headache, but I really want to finish this case because we've been on it for fucking 3 streams. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? No, I'm a goddamn motherfucking machine. I do have to use the restroom, so I'll be right back. mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured everything out. I didn't figure anything out. You're the one who knows everything. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mrs. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. Fuck off. How can you be so cold? Cold as ice. Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? How about not interrupting anything? Bells? Oh. Yes, I am. I'll come back later. Oh wait, did I go to you? What is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal, making it run all around while on duty. Just top it off, you call me here. I've seen happy people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey, 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 hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Scott. That's okay, so have you brought what I asked? Oh. Can I bother you to bring me the... I need by noon, talk about crazy. You guys sold 9 incident? I didn't even think to ask for that. I thought Miss Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. For witness in the case. For witness? Joe Drake. Joe filed for the Joe Dark killing, saw 2 years ago. Dark serial murder, sentenced to death. Victims: Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Edith Kirby, Rachel Moss, Neil Marshall. Head prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, witness on the Sky, Emma Sky. Gant, on the Sky. Head investigator Bruce Goodman. Investigator Shane Marshall. Angel Star. Looks like somebody had a higher stake in this case. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you the stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, boy, why is your name here? What? My name's in there? I don't know unless... No, it couldn't be. Hold on, this... So is that... That's the classification number for the police file it's under 2 years ago. The rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. Oh shit! What the fuck's happening? You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry about, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Gant, Miles. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is involved to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence. Someone's about to blow up the courtroom. That doesn't happen in this game. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Better take a good look at this file. Holy shit, to be continued again, goddamn. This is a long ass case, or maybe I just suck. That's probably also what the issue is. That probably has something to do with it. February 24th, District Court Room 9. It's me versus you, Edgeworth. Let's fucking do it. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Long Sky. Timid, come back. Allow me to call the next witness to stand. The officer in charge guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Sir, no drinking in the courtroom. Please, witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. That's my name. If you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling in. To be exact, it's Jack Marshall, Your Honor. Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Is Edgeworth the howling wind? Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert saints. No paper to sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Fucking Western hoodlum. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyways. I remember right. I was at a street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. You should be fired. I'd say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complain. Fuck. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you know about those. Well, yes. What about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence logger? Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickey are those? That'd be very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? It's high noon. This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Thanks. Alright. Let's press him for some info. My job's to keep away out of the bone orchard. What the fuck is a bone orchard? I mean, I get it, but I feel like it says like to speak English, motherfucker. How exactly do you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just make sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who entered the recordings. You entered? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tapes. Nothing usual for record tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in his way. It's not like I have a job and I'm supposed to do what I'm paid for. Desperado joins the police force. So Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was rubber gloves stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner. Can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. This is this guy for being fired. Right? Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems. What? So you use the evidence from the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner. I ain't good with machines. I couldn't tell you how a bike works. That's quite incredible. But since some of the locker handles cannot be seen, it's well known that some detectives are unaware of the presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too. So, if one door just happens to be open and the other door is his, you just see like, oh, this door opens, so clearly this one's supposed to open too. They just happen to both be open. And anyway, it doesn't seem like this is relevant to the crime. Shut the fuck up, Judge. He knows what you were doing when the crime took place. If I remember right, I was a street side saloon at the time I went down. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even angel steak. Angel steak lunches can beat that parlor's Bungoli Sapia pasta. You mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles? Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edward says, do you not want a raise this year? I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time for me to hit the trail. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. I steal horses waiting to carry me back west to the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texas don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently, your superiors don't. Okay, I have to trump card up my city, so I better keep it cool. I better up the ante. I think I'm just gonna hit him with it now. Oh. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime, and yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene, or to be exact, a handprint. It's a real good partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, making my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints will be in there. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. You western yeehaw motherfucker. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the scene of the crime. At the crime scene, if you may. The blow was swiped away, however. A luminol test clearly reveals this. Well, Officer Marshall, seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I take it you have an explanation then, Mr. Officer Marshall? But bloodstained fingerprint? Very well, you may begin testimony on the fingerprint found at the scene of the crime. Alright, see him pull himself out of this one. Bloodstained fingerprint. Like I said, it's all natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as his blood-stained handprint. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The Both saying the fingerprint are completely unrelated. But you know the murderer was wearing gloves. Well, didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it. The defense being cross-examined. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Alright. That's because you, how did you pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. What? What did you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint log all this time without ever knowing it. One of them just happened to be on the same place as the blood print. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Was it mine? No, it's no mystery. Please explain. My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened the murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, we could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. Kind of like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder. That's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different. I don't see that homonyms have to do with this. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know that? I may be alone, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There are bloodstains at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found at Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh, yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprints? That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? This seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzers. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trail isn't in there, you can't say otherwise. But it is, bitch. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Mr. Marshall Malone. What? Fuck. That's not. Alright. If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. But the video is next to useless, full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. I should have done this first. I didn't realize that was a new piece of testimony. The camera's panning back and forth. The floors are shown. If someone was familiar with the camera position, they could leave this room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you could show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present. Oh yeah, I got evidence. I got it. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being one making the mistake. I got this. Shut up. Now then, let's have another look at that video. Show us this incriminating. Alright. Oh, wait. No, play. Oh, no, play. Oh my God, it's Marshall. Oh, look at that locker over there. That's supposedly his. Huh, that looks pretty normal. Yeah, still looks normal. Where'd Marshall go? What the fuck? Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you had to say in 8 words or less? You're fucked. Home skillet. How's that? You can clearly be seen in this video. Nice, you did it. Exactly 8 words. Wait, you can clearly be seen in this video. I can't count. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. That locker with the white claw sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. Oh, the white cloth is gone. What's meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Stupid fuck. Order, order. The thing that holds your horses. Sorry, partner. But you got the wrong man. What if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so we opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he had to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? This guy isn't just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain your parade, but you're the only person who could open the particular locker. Oh yeah? I call you bluff. You say open that locker, now prove it. Fingerprints. We talked about this earlier today. The locker can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, the Gunch did mention something about this. Did mention something. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. And Officer Marshall's too fucking stupid to get it. So, Sheriff, what does it say? In 8 words or less. Oh, you just got fucking dog shitted on. I only got 1 word. No. That was cool. Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. That's some tough-ass beef jerky. Olay, please answer the question. What's he now? A bullfighter? That's all right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can. Have a look at these floor plans. There's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Mickens didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? What? Oh. Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. No, you stupid idiot. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I was really confused because I thought this was already, like, established. The victim was, in the video, was Officer Marshall. it was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. That's what postures. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure. May I point out that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified that the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show the card. And how did the Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed. He would have needed to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He could show it. It's easy to pictures on the ID card. I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Dr. Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for it's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence. He's still denying it. You have to do better than that to break up detectives. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your you don't see me complain. Well, that's right. You have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim. Well, you don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eye, partner. It seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. This can't be happening. It's obvious he's the one. What can I do? Okay, do you want to help me out? It looks like you lack experience. Your lack of experience has finally been exposed. I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run to a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I should look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. Or rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was open in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. If he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been. Because he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Marshall just took 2 minutes at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. I put a white cloth sticking out, which is indicating that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps. That's a question. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why. Oh, I got it. Fast forward till he's got blood all over him. It's gonna be a disguise. Cause if he walked out with blood, it looked pretty suspicious. Oh, wait, For some reason, disguise yourself as Dr. Goodman and enter the evidence room, but I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID, you pulled a knife on him. However, he panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat. You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now. Now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it. Alright. It seems the time has come. Alrighty. Here we go. I had to do it that day. Couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like it. I planned to take out the evidence. I was expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas would be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So, suppose the victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of large quantities of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. No one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. It was too much blood for such a small donation. That's a lot of blood, home dog. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. When you say it, you mean, do you even have to ask, partner? The SL6 incident. 2 years passed since that case was closed. It's going to completely end with a transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. The incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. The case is mine. But Marshall was in charge of the investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID. He was over my bed in the evidence room. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera. And I saw that the morning of the incident. So that really was why you started filling the lost items. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. After he was murdered. He managed to succeed despite the lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated the lock, of course. No matter how well your disguise was, you can't change your fingerprints. In normal circumstances, you would have been able to open that lock yourself. Because the glove was just happened to get stuck in that door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. I was ready to Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. Pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off. Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on him being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I only planned on being there. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during this short time. Mistakenly, a detective for an mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I'll have to think a little more about his race this year. Where did Edward get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. You knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say. So you knocked off his basic out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. So you did your research beforehand. Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the dig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is on that day, there wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. But are you blind? The victim shown on the tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. What? Where's that evidence? It's still missing it on it. Someone else stole the evidence? Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer, this is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cutter ever found a solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. I guess we get it. It's a mine incident. You know why? But the case you saw 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't tend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that so bothers me. Something that went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so determined with the incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I have a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better make another look at the file. Edward Jones, Jason Knight, Rachel Moss, Edith Kirby, Jeb Bates. This is the Neil Marshall. How's Edward? On the sky, Oops, I didn't mean to hit that yet. I was trying to understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 case. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. It's a list of murder victims. In a list of murder victims, Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago, he received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award. Now I remember Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. What? That's right, he was killed, and the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He was my brother. He was investigating the murders with Damien Gant, the then deputy chief of police. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh shit. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case is finally closed, at least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's the reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened in the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguised himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered himself unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared. No murder took place at the police department. Oh, shit. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. And at the same time, the murder of the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's department was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. But wait, a verdict was reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. Seems to me, boys got the draw on you, partner. All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. The testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it in a single word or less. Alright. That's my case. It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. To prove the alleged murder at the police department? No doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now that the time for the verdict is arrived, this court finds the defendant who's gonna, there we go. Your Honor, wait. Emma? The defense's objection. A scientific objection, right? What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright? Are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please? I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only the one thing, the other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found at Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So did you find something? No. Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone could save Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright, with regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Look at the floor plans. A handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use, but still, if you can find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be... Leading to my question, Mr. Wright, we don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong with the handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Alright, Jack. The handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray that Fitz is simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. It's evident here there's got to be something it can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plan? What about the piece of plywood? The blue badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? That's right. So long as the blue badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. That means, just exactly what does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that logger. Don't look at me, I didn't put it there. You're right, think it through scientifically. Yeah. On that afternoon, Officer Mason was the one who brought the blue badge to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in? Come on, it will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once but twice. One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Cut his hand, from which the problem is the other time. This is some crazy shit. Someone blood prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claims. The murderer portrayed in the security tape has proved to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the lock. So then, assuming this murder report really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? Summarizes the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room. That's right, this blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well. Tell us, when did this first incident occur? The searcher says proof must be presented. The searcher for when the murder took place. Only one piece of evidence to show that. Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place? I'm a bad way right here. Let me look over. Let me look at this. That's not helpful. Maybe this. ID card will be required. An ID card. Oh, ID card record. Officer Meekins brought the blue badger panel into the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50. The crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Miss Edgeworth, what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminal test that the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murder. I would just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry the body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. But you know, 30 minutes, that's pretty good. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. That would mean he would only have 20 minutes to do all that shit. That's still pretty close. Well, no, I guess 20 minutes is a lot of time. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How did a good man have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of this car being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went with 777777. Mr. Edward, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 7777. That's 17 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID number, at least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher, someone who is so-called executive officer. What are you acquiring to such a person's identity? That's ridiculous. Just how? I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There's one situation where we can grant us authority. An official charge filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? Your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. The mic. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander? Is it? Okay, let me ask you a question. Yes. No, not you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Huh? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her number, and it's not to Sevens. I'm playing for a full partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I know is one thing. About that incident. Yes, on that incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard it fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least I did. I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me an investigator in that crime in the eye and say that you did? I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Oh, you answer. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Even if it involved forging evidence. God damn it. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Holy shit, another day. This fucking case, dude. I can't. I'm so fucking tired right now. Holy. Fuck. This is a long ass goddamn motherfucking case. Alright, we're gonna save. I'm gonna have to be done. Whew. This is long. This is my hair. What is my hair doing? This is a long case. We're gonna have to stop there. Hopefully we can finish this up Sunday. I don't even know what I would play in between, like after this. I really don't know. Oh, so we might just move on to the next one. I was super fucking tired today too. I don't know why. As soon as I started streaming, got a headache, all sorts of shit. But should be fine. Fuck this screen, dude. Look at this shit. Hate it. Look at that power. All right. But anyways, my name is Hunter. This is Infinite Dumplings Livestream, and I will see y'all next time.